What is life's meaning? Do we exist just to suffer? What is going on, guys? It's Seany Salami, and I cannot stop using the Messer. If you've watched my channel for a long time, you know that I consider the Messer the best weapon in the game, and it has been since Chivalry 2 came out. The reason being is there's no weakness to this weapon, and you can do anything with it. It's just strong all around. So you're not locked into any specific playstyle, like how I've talked about with the longsword. You only want to stab. With this, you can be overheading, slashing. You want to use your stabs when an enemy is cornered or in a 1vx, things like that. For the most part, I would say the light overhead is the best attack, but you're not really pigeonholed into one playstyle using this weapon. Anywhere on the map, any situation, you're going to be good with the Messer. And today, we're going to be playing with MF Tinyric, one of the top players in the game. And we also ran into our good friend Saragon, who is a viewer of the channel and an amazing player. He absolutely cooked this lobby. He was better than both me and MF Tinyric in this one. So let's get into this Galencourt game where we'll have our usual relaxing narrated gameplay. Like I said, MF Tinyric is one of the top players in the game easily. I would say top 3 in my opinion. And he also makes content, so I'm going to leave his YouTube in the pinned comment. You guys want to check him out because his highlights are insane. Like, he does stuff that not a lot of players are even able to do or even think about doing. Give him a follow for sure. And there's Saragon. We're going to run into him now. Again, like I said, goated player. He doesn't have anything to plug, but I do want to shout him out because he's a viewer of the channel and was able to outpace me and Tinyric. Another one of those players that gets really underrated. You don't see him talked about a lot, but he's insane at this game. So now I'm going to get downed right here. I think the best call is to back into this corner. You want to be aware of your surroundings and the fact that an archer vulture is shooting at us. And Tinyric can take 2, maybe 3 guys at once if he really wanted to. And it was smart thinking. So they back off, the archer doesn't shoot us, and we're able to get up. As we back up to heal, we see Tinyric is in trouble. He always backs me up, even when I'm in the dumbest possible position, and say he's deathless. So I want to go help him, but a little too late. Let's see if we can avenge his death, though. Unfortunately, not able to bring all of them down, but we are able to capture the courtyard and the fortifications during that, so it's time to disable the ships. On to stage number 2. And guys, I know I am addicted to the Messer right now, so I'm going to need your help. Comment what weapon you want me to use for the next video. It can't be anything archer related, and it can be a guitar. I'm not using the guitars. No amount of views will ever make me use that thing. But comment below a weapon request, and whatever is the top voted comment, I'm going to use for the next video. Because I do kind of cycle through the same few weapons. So whatever you guys comment, whatever people agree is the one you want to see the most, I'll do a video of next. Whenever I go through my recordings, I'm always surprised that I don't have that many Galencourts recorded. I'm not really sure why that is, because this is one of the best maps for sure. The number one thing with Galencourt is that it's balanced so well, so attackers and defenders both have an equal chance to win, all things considered. I really think that the team that is supposed to win usually ends up winning. It's not something like the map is working against you. But it also does a solid job on spectacle. Like this part with the boats, I think is phenomenal for just like the cinema of it, of seeing the boats explode once you plant the explosives. So all around, this is a great map. Check out this target switch by this madman using the spear. So he's going to go attack Tiny Rick, I think, but nope, he's overheading me and I'm dead. Great attack by him, great move, awesome work. I can't say enough about how great a player Saragon is, and we're going to use him as an example of good positioning. He's not going to frontline like a knight. He's going to play to his class's strengths, so we're going to go engage these guys, and he goes behind that little pile of wood or whatever that is, and he gets behind there and gets a free easy kill for himself. So that's perfect work of how you want to be playing Vanguard when you have less health, especially if you're an ambusher using a one-hander. You do not want to be frontlining. You're just not going to get away with it. It is funny to see this because Tiny Rick never gets kicked, and this time he does, and he's going to go for a nice bath. Pretty funny. It's just comedy, this game sometimes. If you've ever spent any time in the comment sections of my YouTube shorts or on Reddit, a lot of brain-dead players seem to think that the kick button is the win button in Chivalry 2. There was no reason for that guy to ever throw a kick when he's completely surrounded, and it got him killed very quickly, but that's why Tiny Rick falls for a kick there, because it made no sense to do that. There's a lot of just bad information out there about when to kick and how often you should do it. But it's just such a fluke when someone's right next to water that it did work out, even though he dies immediately after. I wanted to thank this guy for the heals and I accidentally pick up the weapon off the ground. Just typical console controls, you know, can't rebind things, it is what it is. As my sensei helped me step bow taught me that the objective is for nerds, but you know what's not for nerds is continuing to do Galencourt because it's a great map. So we're going to plant it. For a second, you're going to see me walk around. It's because I'm hyperventilating that I actually stoop so low to do the objective and touch it with my own hands. But now we're able to get our bearings and we're back in the fight. So we do the objective once and blow up the first ship, and now we're doing it again. I'm gonna throw up. This is disgraceful. So for the first time in the zillions of hours I have in this game, I am responsible for both ships exploding, which is crazy, but you'll never guess what happens next. So on to stage number 3, where we want to place the explosives on the gate and blow that up. Let's see if we can get that done. The reason I play with Tiny so much is not because he's a top player in the game. I really don't care about that at all. It's this mindset right here. So I'm dead to rights, cornered right here, but look who's running across that path to try and jump over the wall to come back me up. This dude's the best. I love people like this. We're playing for the cool moments and bagging each other up, all that fun cinematic stuff. It's not that serious in a public matchmaking lobby. So we end up surviving, I thank him, and we keep going. If you're one of these people that is just playing the game for fun, you're looking for people to play with, or you want to play with me because you've been watching my videos, join the Discord, guys. The Unyielding is the largest Chivalry 2 community. It's going to be in the description. It's always there, so definitely check that out. So me, Tiny, Rick, and Saragon are doing so much of the heavy lifting because this team is having a lot of trouble getting kills. That one came down to the last minute as well, but now it's time to desecrate the relics, try and keep this game going the best we can. Nothing more frustrating than being downed by a kick because my health is so low and there's nothing else I could really do. If I hold block, I get kicked. I'm going guard broken. If not, it's so annoying. Desecrating the relics is always a given, but now the assault the church phase, this is the hardest part in Galencourt and just your typical team objective lobby. And like I've said, me, Tiny Rick, and Saragon are kill carrying like crazy, but 3 people is enough on most objectives in just a typical like lobby like this. But this one is going to be really hard to get in there if they defend it well. Great revive by Saragon as we're going to try and make this push into the church. If you guys have liked the video to this point, I would like to request that you give it a like. Helps smaller YouTubers out like me a ton. If you want to support the Seany PC Fund, channel memberships are in the description, as is the Discord. But let's see if we can assault the church and win this Galencourt match. I do wish I had some excuse for why I played so poorly in that last stage, but I just don't have one. Definitely fell off at the end there. But me, Saragon, and Tiny Rick played great overall. Awesome games all around. If you want to see a video where I didn't slow down the entire time, check out the one on the screen now. Love you guys. See you in the next one.